I'm finally back! I'm finally feeling good enough to stay up with all of you guys to review Miss Marvel, and what a penultimate episode to come back to you. Hi guys, my name is Zach. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoy Marvel content and just in general love talking movies and TV, this is really much the right channel for you guys. I'm trying to always be here right at midnight so we can keep talking movies and TV that come out right as they're available, just as we just did with Miss Marvel episode 5. So thank you so much again for watching this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below your guys' thoughts on this brand new episode because we're about to talk it in full spoilers. And overall, this was an episode because, just for some background context, the last 2 weeks that I did not get a chance to review, I have really started to love where Miss Marvel is formulating overall. And I honestly find this to be one of the best paced Marvel shows yet. This episode, while I loved almost all of it, as a penultimate episode leading into the finale, I didn't love the episode too much in the structure-wise of everything. But, again, I'm open up to an opportunity of seeing where the next episode is going to be taking place. But this was still an emotionally challenging episode, one that takes place right after last week's episode where Kamala transports, time travels in a sense, back to the past to see where her family origins have come from. And overall, this entire episode leading up to that train station that we have heard about multiple times, and really much the show is built up to this moment in particular, I do feel like the episode could have been at least 10 minutes longer. It was about 39 minutes overall, but I feel like 10 minutes would have really brought some hardcore emotion to that scene, specifically when she comes back to our time period. But this moment, I mean, everything leading up, kind of seeing where Aisha had come from and her developments, and when she finds her place here and then finds her love. And for me, these were all moments that, while I don't think were needed to be seen, were still very emotional and adds to the entire context of what Miss Marvel has been building up to. And I thought, seeing this all, seeing her get her happy story, seeing her meet the love of her life, seeing her have her kid, it shows the different parallels between our main antagonist and her son, as well as her. And seeing where Aisha has come from, for me, it was very open to see, they have been so dedicated to wanting to get back to their home that they've never actually thought of, well, how about we make the best of this and make it our new home, like Aisha did. And, obviously our main villain did not see this. They did not see this. Which leads in, of course, because when we see Kamala back in the past, and who gets the picture and then saves this little girl and gets her back to her dad so that way she can go on the train. In a way, it does build up a lot of Kamala's characters, and I just wish this episode was like 10 minutes longer so we could savor these moments. And maybe you'll all disagree with me and think, no, this was the perfect length, Zach. You are insane. But for me, I like to soak in the moments. I like to take in these times. And even if the show maybe has a weird pacing to it, I'm okay with that as long as we get those moments to take a little bit more time with. So, obviously, this entire train station sequence ends, while at the same time, while we're transporting back, Kamala's mom is flipping out, trying to find out where Kamala is. And at the same time, I was kind of sitting there wondering, I'm like, is her mom wondering where the hell she is? Well, they track her down on her phone. And leading into the situation, Kamala has truly started to use these powers and understand what her purpose is in this world. And she doesn't run away. She sees what this veil is doing and kills off one of the villains, which the visual effects, let's be honest, could have been a little bit better, but it was very Evil Dead-ish, and honestly reminded me of like when Sam Raimi used the goblin bombs in the very first Spider-Man and the way they framed the skeleton. So I did the kind of like a throwback like that. But our main villain sees what this world is doing, and Kamala is like, help me close it. And she goes, no, I can close it. And does this for her son. Now, something shoots into her son. I don't know what the powers were. Did she send powers to her son? Did she put herself in her son? I'm not sure on that completely. But seeing where this episode obviously clearly ends, which is something I want to talk about before we get to the rest of Kamala's story with her mother finding out that she is the light girl. He goes to Brian, but it is not Brian, it is Bruno. Apologizes, says, I don't know where else to go, blah, 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 stays with him. They have this nice bonding moment that their parents have abandoned them. Of course, one of the drones comes in, he saves him, and it ends right there, leading us into the finale of Miss Marvel, which I wish was a couple more episodes. Again, I just continue to go that Disney Plus, these shows need to be like 8 episodes at max. And maybe, again, every story is a little bit different, but I just always feel that the second it gets that penultimate episode, it just feels like the show is just finally starting. And that we should be leading into like 3 more episodes, not 1 more. So I'm genuinely curious to see where this goes. Maybe I'm just being an idiot and there is more than 6 episodes. And if there is, I'll put it somewhere in the video that I just was an idiot and did my research wrong. But this feels like a show that needs those more episodes. But again, leading in, that was a good cliffhanger. But leading in and actually seeing Kamala's mom be okay with her being the hero makes me very excited to see if her father ends up finding out next week. If, some more ramifications of that, of who Kamala is becoming as a hero. And I'm sure next week we're probably going to get Captain Marvel. And I'm sure we're going to get some tie-ins to Miss Marvel 2, the Marvels 2, which is something that a lot of us have been looking forward to next year, seeing all the Marvels together. That is something that I am fascinated with, seeing what happens next week. Because right now it looks like the villains are pretty much gone. So what is going to be this climactic ending that we are going to be getting? How does this tie us into the story that is coming up? Will we see Brie Larson's Captain Marvel next week? I gotta imagine we probably will. And I'm actually really happy with the way they took the parent finding out. I'm actually really impressed that it wasn't like this whole ordeal. But kind of in a sense, her mom accepted her right then and there. And for me, it's just like this journey of going to their home country kind of brought them all back together as family. It was very heartwarming for me, and overall, I'm really enjoying Miss Marvel, guys. Let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are. Again, hit that like and subscribe button. I will be here talking the finale next week. If you're a fan of Thor: Love and Thunder, I just posted my early review of that actually yesterday, and we'll be having an MCU ranking with all the movies updated on Thursday, and a lot more other fun ideas as well. So make sure to look forward to all those videos, and of course, until next time, stay classy.